Now, how long have you two been together?
So it'll be a year this year, February before, so it'll be 2 years in February. Oh my gosh. Forever. Started February last year. Yeah. So we'll be 2 years in February. Yeah.
2 years. What is your
Feels like
relationship
forever.
like?
More like a parent, I guess.
Oh.
Are you serious?
Oh.
No, you did not.
Can I ask how old are you?
I'm 55.
So you could be.
I could be his parent,
Okay,
yes.
all right.
I'm old enough to be his parent.
In the course of a day, yeah, thanks. You're supposed to say sister.
Well, yeah, sure, okay.
How long are you together then during the course of a day?
All day until my schedule's done or whatever, practice is finished. If you don't have any homework questions at night, it's usually after practice is finished. So sometimes, and then games. I think our longest day was away, and it was like 4 hours one way, so we had 8 hours just in travel time plus all day at school and during the game, so we didn't get back till like 2:30 in the morning.
Oh,
Dang.
man. Do you have a family? Do you have kids? Do you have...
A life? No. I don't have a life. I have a Demarico life. I have family, yes. I have kids and grandkids. I have grandchildren 5 and 6 coming up.
Okay. Well, so then how do you see this relationship? I know it's a work situation, but...
I'd like to say it's a job, but it's not. It's a career. Gosh. That's kind of complicated, right? Because we have deaf culture, which is different than regular interpreters. So I'm his interpreter. Because of the hours that we're together, I tend to know a lot more about him than a normal interpreter probably would, because of athletics, academics, his goals, which he is very strict about. I know him pretty well, right? Wouldn't you say? I'm not his friend. People ask us a lot.
You're not his friend?
I'm not your best friend. I'm not.
But do you ever interfere? Do you ever give any kind of advice or...
Sometimes if he asks me.
Okay.
If he asks, I do not offer. I do not guide. People say, oh, the kids will see me in the hallway and they're like, Miss Dawn, where's Demarico? I'm like, I'm not his babysitter. We go, whoop.
Well, how did you get separated?
You get separated.
Do you get time off at some point? And you say, I can't be around her.
Weekends, right? Unless if there's events and I need her, then I call her. Most times she tries to tell me to be independent with my friends and enjoy myself if I go out, and I'll do that. But for events, we were invited to, what was that? Faces of Siouxland. And so we went to that. If he's 7-on-7 at United, I go to that. Anywhere where you would need interpreting. During the summer, during basketball league, we'll go to Omaha sometimes because I'm in, Showtime.
What's Showtime?
It's a basketball league during the summer that's run by Coco Cofield at West.
Oh, wow. That's good. Okay, then how do you work together when you're like practicing with a team? Are you there all the time? And
yeah. Especially for school sports, yes. Like for summer league, it's most of them know who I am now, so they'll slow down their speaking or find a way to communicate via writing. Coco really knows me well, so he'll text, and I'm learning to read Coco's lips. So you want me to clarify the league? So on league, he started not this last summer, but 2 summers ago, and I, 16 at the time. Yeah, he was 15, 16, and I was encouraging him because everything was new to him. He came from a deaf school, and the hearing world was just an oddity. So it was encouraging him to just go. You don't need me. You can do it. Figure out a way. And I went to league with him with Coco, talked with Coco a lot, who was really supportive and patient with him, and he did fine. So really, I think I went to Omaha with you, 2 times? And then the other ones you did yourself. So growing his independence by drawing that line is important too, because that's, having been raised at a deaf school, that's something that he didn't have. They're independent there, but not like in the hearing world.
Okay, well then, when he wants to answer a question in class, are you the one going like this, or does he have to
Nope,
do that?
I do it. I do it, and Dawn talks.
Okay. And how do you know
So
that-
she'll sign for me, like if I have a question or whatever, she'll sign for me whatever's being asked, and then I'll raise my hand, and Dawn will say I'll sign to her the answer, and she'll speak for me.
how do you know that she's giving the right answer?
Really, I don't know. It's hard.
Do you ever correct her? You say, no, that wasn't it.
She tends to match me pretty good. The reason I laughed, you want me to explain, is because there's sometimes Demarico will play tricks on me, and he'll show up to school and go, "You're gonna be mad, don't be mad." Or he'll message me and say, "I didn't get my homework finished last night. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get it finished before I arrive to class because we have a rule. If I sign all day and then you don't do the work, I'm not repeating it," right? So he'll go, and then I'll be like, and he'll, here's my homework. And I said, "Oh, wait till you're with your friends and we'll see what I have to say when you sign."
You're going to use the Marley Matlin words.
Oh, yeah, right. Or I'll make you sound really funny.
How do you, Dawn,
Yeah.
how do you deal with the other students? I mean, I can see that you would have a relationship with him, but come on, there's a whole world of kids you go, oh, what is this?
It's interesting because starting here at North, I just tended to kind of just stay, interpret. It was just us. And then the kids have questions and they'll ask, or they'll come up and, "Miss Dawn, how do you sign this? I want to talk with Demarico, but I want to do it myself, And then, of course, being part of the team, then, like in football, the dynamic was amazing. They have rules, no cell phone, starting school year. And one of the experiences I had was I walked in, there were some football players here in the library, a few had their cell phones out, kind of hidden, and when they saw me, they went, Miss Dawn, I'm like, "I'm the interpreter, I'm not the boss." But okay, fine.
They saw you then
They
as an
saw
authority
me,
figure.
yeah, even though I'm not, I'm just his employee, kind
So
of.
during a practice, are you running along with him on the field, or?
I'm not on the field, I'm on the... Finish, you're laughing at me. I'm not on the field, I'm on the sideline, unless there's a timeout, then I'm in the huddle, but I tend to...
You get to go in the huddle?
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
That's a good benefit, I would think,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. So I'll go to huddle and timeout. I don't think you've ever had an injury where I had to go out on the field, so there was nothing like that. But I'll be like, if it's offense and he's out on offense, then I'm standing with the head coach and the offensive coordinator. If it's defense, then I run and I get with the defense. If it's special teams, then I'm run and find the special teams coach and stand next to him.
Do you like that? Or did you say, oh, wait a minute, I didn't buy into this?
I love it.
Really?
I have the best career on the planet.
Okay, now talk to me about her.
Look at me. See this face? Okay, so what do you want to know? I don't know. What do you want me to tell you?
I want to know what she's like. Because, I mean, would you pick her? Would you pick her to be your interpreter? Or would you go, oh, I wish I could have somebody else?
So, no. So I've had interpreters before. When I first arrived here, I had 2. They were not as good as her. They were very English sign and very simple. It just didn't work out. It wasn't a match. So the state of Nebraska called Dawn and asked if she would be willing to meet me, and she came to meet me and said, if you think I'm a match language and personality wise, then I'd be willing to come and work for you. 2 weeks. Well, yeah. So I wasn't talking at all prior to Dawn. I didn't answer any questions. I didn't ask any questions. I slept in first and eighth period. And then I met Dawn, and Dawn said, nah, we're not going to work like that. My grades were awful. I was like at a 1.8. And then Dawn talked to me and said, look, you're here to learn. I'm here to learn from you as well. If we're a language match, I'm willing to work for you. But these are the things you got to do. What are your goals? And so she helped me focus on my goals, and I've improved. By the end of the semester, I had a 4.0.
Huh?
Yeah.
So, is she the difference?
Yes. So sweet.
Does she get to go to college?
Yes, of course. Then I don't know how it happened that Nebraska got my phone number, but I got a call and said, we have a deaf kid from a deaf school, South Sioux City. We need help. And I'm like, you
It was
can't
meant to
just
be.
assign. Yeah. And then, and now here we are, the best career on the planet. South Sioux City was, yeah, that's where I started breaking records, and I was on the news. I broke records there. Sorry.
Uh-oh. Mm-hmm. And she was with you in South Sioux?
Yeah, she was with me at South Sioux. Like, we even do homecoming, prom. We go out to eat.
You've gone to
those things.
prom with him?
Okay, so I have
What?
limits. Wait a minute. You better expand. So, okay, so his southern tendencies, he's proper, very southern proper. So to clarify. So we'll go out to eat. She said she and her husband
They get to
sit
eat
at a
too?
separate table. Yeah, we eat our own. But,
Okay.
and I'm with whoever my date is and a friend and their date. And we eat, and then when we're done, she and her husband will, they're kind of open for me, right? They chaperone me all the way to the door and make sure everything's copacetic, and I get in, and then getting home and everything is on my own. So, and then Dawn and Dean go home or do whatever they're doing, right? So because of, you want to tell them your program? Yeah, I'm kind of on this no girlfriend program, so.
What? Where did this come from?
I have goals.
That gets in the way?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
So
I'm impressed.
a long time
but-
ago, I felt like it's not my girlfriends aren't my thing really. I don't have the time. It's just it's kind of a stupid thing, I know, but I just want to focus on my goals. When I get older, maybe I'll have time for that kind of stuff. But right now, I have got to get to college.